So now Flash, he could just put down bases anywhere he wants. He's taken the middle. He's about 40 population over Leta now. So he's taking the middle. This could be one of the biggest comebacks of the OSL if Leta can't get it back into this. I mean, Leta can still take this game, but he is working from a disadvantage after having a huge advantage in this game. So, okay. Leta, most of his factories are on fire, so hopefully none of them in the red. I'm sorry, those were Flash's factories. I'm pretty sure that Flash wouldn't let one of his factories burn down, though. Flash isn't that kind of player. Hwasun is, never mind. So I can make fun of Hwasun, he's not playing anymore. So alright, Leta positioning himself right next to the 9 o'clock position that he never took, but now Flash is taking for himself. I believe the Flash even had a command center ready to float over and land at that position, because that was a very quick the way he took that base. And now he's positioning turrets to make sure to see if Leta's kind of try to bait Leta into another drop, I think. But alright, Leta kind of sitting pretty at the moment. He doesn't have to worry too much more about anything but defense, but he will have to do some harassment as soon as he can. He does have some dropships out. He lost all of his dropships earlier, so he's had to wait until he gets more dropships out to do another drop. But now look at this defensive grid from Flash. He has siege tanks all over the place. And yeah, Flash is getting this to late game, which is exactly what he wants. Does so well with late game. But now Leta is establishing another base right next to the one next to Flash's main. Things are starting to get a bit complicated. And Leta is going to take him a lot to take down this base at the 9 o'clock. There's so many tanks just flanking that position. I don't think Leta is going to be able to take that down, even though he wants to. Focusing so much of his attention at that 9 o'clock. So, alright, Flash, things are pretty quiet right now. All quiet on the western front. You can hear the turret spinning. Okay, that sounded more like wind. Whatever. So, Leta does still have a few tanks positioned next to the 9 o'clock. But like I said, he's not going to be able to do anything over there with the tanks at the south. The way they are, yeah, all of his attacks will fail if he tries to go down there. So, alright, I think that Leta just scanned Flash, saw the amount of tanks that were down there, and now he's going to decide whether he wants to attack or not. And Flash is nearly maxed, about 193 population over 170, as Leta still trying to take that 9 o'clock. But I don't think that Leta knows just how many reinforcements the Flash has right next to those tanks at the 9 o'clock. He has so many tanks just ready to come in and take the spot of the tanks that die. So he's going to be just fine at that 9 o'clock. Now what is Leta doing? Plenty of dropships out for Flash. Look at the insane amount of dropships for Flash. And I think he actually just scanned the dropships from Leta as Leta was going for the main again. I don't think he would make that mistake again, but look at the amount of turrets from Flash. Ridiculous. Leta sees this now. He sees a huge drop from Flash at this base over the 3 o'clock. That's going to go down. I don't see a way that Leta can get over here in time. Huge amount of tanks from Flash. So Leta is dropping in. Going to do his best to drop right on top of these tanks, but still Flash is in a great position, nudged right behind the minerals. So Leta is going to lose a lot of units trying to take these down. But he will eventually be able to take these down, I think. Yeah, he has reinforcements going to be able to clean it up, but things are not looking good for Leta now. Flash almost dropped some reinforcements in before the Leta's tanks arrived, but Leta lost every single SCV at that base. And Flash most likely knows about that brand new base that's right next to that one, but hasn't decided to drop it yet. Uh-oh, Flash, all of his units, it's very scary to look at the minimap, just see the yellow flowing up the map. Flash is going for it. He's going for the killing blow right now with dropships and siege tanks, holding his own. Luckily for Leta, he has a nice little tank line in the middle, so he's going to be able to hold on a bit longer. Actually doing a pretty good job fighting Flash back, so Flash not going to end it as early as he'd like. But he was going for the killing blow inside the middle. But now he has control of the middle. and he's going to be able to take out that base soon. He's already close to it with his siege tanks. Leta's kind of inside 3 o'clock. So Flash doing pretty well. He might let this game slip out of his fingers a bit the longer he lets that inside 3 o'clock stay there. But still, he's doing pretty good. If he lets that stay there long enough, Leta will be able to even this game back up, especially if he takes this base that's right next to Flash's. And that's going to be pretty much impossible, though, just considering how many troops are flanking it. But you never know. Leta might be able to pull something out of his arse. But alright, Flash being scanned again by Leta. Leta keeping an eye on things with his scan. And deciding to just kind of test the waters a bit with his dropships, looking for a good place to attack. Because he wants to do that same kind of attack that Flash did. He has evened up the food count, and he might be able to attack Flash in the middle and get rid of those troops, because Flash has siege tanks at every single one of his bases, so he doesn't have his entire army grouped together, which is the power of a Terran army. But he does still have plenty of dropships, way more dropships than Leta. So that's going to help him a lot. Alright, looking at this, can't believe how many turrets the Flash builds in games. Even against the other races, the amount of turrets is just insane from him. But alright, Flash grouping up. There is some movement from him being scanned again, though. So I think he actually saw that with his dropship micro, saw the scan while he was microing his dropships, but he's moving up. Right now, unsieging all of his tanks. He's going for another killing blow. Oh, he's going... what is he doing? He's actually falling back to his base. He's going to try to get rid of this contain, I think. But no, he's being a little bit indecisive about what he wants to do. I mean, he has so many troops, and he's just about maxed again. He's about 3 away from being maxed. So this would be the perfect time to just push through the middle with his dropships, too, to help him out. And killing all of Leta's units that still hold the middle. I mean, he could just take the middle right now if he pushes. But deciding not to do it. He doesn't want to lose his the advantage that he still has. Barely still has, though. Leta hanging on this game. Going battle cruisers now for Leta. But he doesn't really have the mining to support battle cruisers. This is the very weird tech switch from him at this stage. Because I would have thought he would do that earlier, when he could support it with the amount of mining he had. But he's basically mining from 2 bases, maybe 3. And that's not very good for battle cruisers, but still, if it catches Flash a bit off guard, which I don't think it will, he has so many Goliaths out in the field, I think he knows about the battle cruisers on the way. If he doesn't, he's going to know soon enough, getting ready to drop inside the main, it seems, or drop near the main. Working his way up to the 12 o'clock position. He's going to drop at the far side of that main. Battle cruisers standing at attention. Battle cruisers are going to help out a lot. But Leta's going to have to bring his entire troop at the moment. Dropped all the Goliaths first. So Leta's not going to be able to protect himself. So Leta is going to lose everything inside this main. Oh, man. Leta, I think he just lost the game right here. From Flash. Even the battle cruiser production is going to be hurt a lot by Flash wedging himself in like this. At least Leta took down a bunch of dropships there, but still loses one of his starports that was pumping a battle cruiser. Flash inches forward a bit more. He's going to take out so many supply depots that it might just barely supply cap Leta soon enough. But Leta is positioning his tanks, not doing a very good job. He kind of blocked himself in with his starport. Look at this. Have to lift his starport that was pumping a battlecruiser to get in there with his own tank army. So everything going wrong for Leta now. And it was going so right earlier. Karma's coming back to bite him or something. Or maybe it's just the Terminator. His program kicked in for map hacks. So now he's pushing through the middle, attack moving with his tanks. Not even worrying too much about that splash damage because he knows his reinforcements are on the way.